Thank you for taking the time to consider participating in this study. My name is Margaret Lloyd Seeger, and I'm a researcher and associate professor at the University of Kansas Medical Center, KUMC. You are being asked to take part in this study because you are 18 years or older, have a family care plan, previously referred to as a plan of safe care, live in Connecticut, and gave birth recently. I want to emphasize immediately and throughout our time that this is completely confidential and that we have no association with DCF or any state agencies in Connecticut. Any information you provide will be securely maintained by the research team at KUMC. Today we're going over informed consent. This document gives information about why we are doing this research study, what your participation will involve, and your rights as a participant. I'm going to summarize some of the key points from this document for you. Feel free to take your time to read this document carefully before you make a decision about agreeing to participate in this study. Let me know if you have any questions. You can text, call, or email me with any questions before you sign. If you agree to participate, you'll need to sign the form electronically at the bottom of the page. Why are we doing this research study? The goal of the study is to find out if having a family care plan helps mothers access services and supports for them and their babies. Your experience will help us figure that out. We hope to use the information you provide to learn ways we can better support mothers with new babies in Connecticut and nationally. What will your participation involve? You will be asked to upload a photo of your family care plan. You will also be asked to provide contact information for yourself and an alternate contact. This contact information will only be used to send you information about the study, invite you to participate in interviews, or to send you a gift card. Finally, you will be asked to complete a total of 4 interviews that will each take about 30 to 45 minutes. If you agree to participate, you will participate in the first interview roughly 3 months after your child's due date. You will then be asked to participate in follow-up interviews when your baby is 6, 9, and 12 months old. Interview questions will ask about your background and demographics, including questions about your parenting status and living situation, your baby, including questions about their health and development, your family care plan, including its contents, how it was developed, and how you use it, your alcohol and other drug use, and your knowledge on substance use in pregnancy, and your various use of services, including medical care, mental health treatment, and substance use treatment. You will receive gift cards for each interview you complete, as well as bonus payments for responding to weekly text messages confirming your contact information. Participation in all 4 interviews and responses to all text messages will earn you a total of $250 in gift cards. Please note that payment for each interview is conditional on completing at least 90% of each interview. Are there any risks to participating? There are no major risks to you. The only risk is the feelings you may have about answering interview questions. If you feel uneasy by any of the questions, you can do any of the following. You can choose not to answer any question. You can take a break and continue later. You can choose to stop the interview at any time. If you're negatively affected by the interview, you should let a medical or mental health provider know so that you can be referred for counseling. After you finish each interview, you will be emailed a copy of this form along with a list of national and local resources. It may be helpful for you to reach out to these resources if you're feeling upset at any point during or after the interview. A few comments about your rights as a research participant. Your participation is totally voluntary. You can say yes or no. If you say yes now, you can still change your mind later. Your participation will not affect your right to services in any way. All information you provide us will be kept confidential. No program providers or anyone outside the research team will find out what you say. Your information will only be used for research purposes. Your and your child's information cannot be released, even under court order or subpoena. We use very careful procedures to make sure the information you share with us is kept secure and private. These procedures are described in more detail in the informed consent form. The only exception to confidentiality is that we're required to report to the police or other appropriate authority if you say something about causing immediate harm to yourself or someone else. Do you have any questions about the study? Do you agree to participate? If yes, take a moment to sign the consent form using your finger below.